Hello everyone and welcome to Mason Zero MTG. My name is Mason and this series is called Trivial Tribal, where I take an obscure tribe from Magic the Gathering and attempt to make a commander deck out of it. This tribe suggestion came from Reddit user metagame in the EDH subreddit, and it is Assassins. When I started researching what assassins existed in Magic, it brought me to two possible commanders, Queen Marchesa and Thraxamundar. Both contain black and red, which are the primary colors of assassin creatures, so it really came down to their abilities and the potential of the third color. While there are a couple of assassins in blue, but no assassins in white, we are going to run Queen Marchesa over Thraxamundar. Not only does she create assassin tokens, but white allows us to play blink cards. A lot of assassin creatures have entered the battlefield triggers, which means our white blink cards will let our mediocre assassins pull extra weight. Additionally, being the Monarch will give us much needed card advantage, and the mechanic gives us another element to build around. There are a fair number of assassins in Magic, and we are not playing all of them. Like most creature types, plenty of them are just not playable in Commander or any format. The ones we are playing are centered around removing creatures. This actually works really well with our Commander, since we would rather our opponent not deal combat damage to us. While Marchesa only creates tokens when an opponent is the Monarch, we would rather have an extra card each turn than a 1/1 token. There are essentially three classes of assassin creatures in this deck. Many have enter the battlefield triggers, usually destroying a creature, and this is why we are incorporating the blink subtheme. With a few blink effects, one creature with this ability can become a machine gun for our opponent's board state. Key cards here are Necrotal and Murderous Redcap. The second class is those that have an additional cost to destroy a creature. These are nice since they're repeatable. The best cards in this category are probably Royal Assassin and Stronghold Assassin. The third class is assassin creatures that are in here merely for their creature type. They are decent creatures on their own that can get a buff from tribal cards, but otherwise could be replaced with better cards and are probably the first ones you would take out to upgrade. Examples of this include Mur-Ek Nightblade and Thrillkill Assassin. I want to quickly address some of the other notable assassins in the deck, but I won't be going through every creature. Eyeblight Assassin is the perfect answer to tokens without making you feel bad for wasting an expensive creature on removal. A leveled up Ghoul-Dra's Assassin can take care of indestructible creatures with its Grasp of Darkness-like ability. Hunter of Eyeblights is great against the deck with counters, but comes with one guaranteed kill built in. Notorious Assassin's discard ability means that our two Madness creatures have a small chance of being cast for their Madness cost. Otherwise, this creature serves as a way to fill our graveyard for some of the graveyard recursion we have. Our Blink package is fairly standard and includes Panharmonicon, Conjurer's Closet, and Felidar Guardian. Cards like Gale Powder Mage, Flicker Wisp, and Eldrazi Displacer have the added benefit of also being able to temporarily remove an opponent's creature if we need to get in a key attack. Blinking will help us clear the board as well as ensure that Marchesa can take back the crown if we lose it. Along with blinking, we also have some graveyard recursion. This will help our lackluster creatures survive removal, board wipes, and necessary chump blocks. Unfortunately, most of our creatures are 2/2s or similar, meaning they're going to die a lot. When that happens, we have Dictate of Erebos to even the odds. Strong recursion cards like Sun Titan, Karmic Guide, and Revelark will make sure our cheap assassins don't stay dead for long, and we can repeat those enter the battlefield abilities. So we can maintain our monarchy, we run Ghostly Prison to discourage attacks, as well as Whisper Silk Cloak to make sure we deal combat damage. Thorn of the Black Rose happens to be an assassin that can make us the Monarch, meaning we have a backup to blink if Marchesa is stuck in the command zone. Maintaining the monarchy is another sub-theme that we can pursue, but this deck is mainly going to focus on the tribal aspect. Since we have a lot of creature removal through our creatures, the amount of removal in the deck can vary. However, being in the best color combination for removal is a great advantage. Utter End, Terminate, and Return to Dust should take care of single threats, and Damnation can clear the board in a pinch. We're playing Damnation over Wrath of God because the deck is mostly black, making Damnation much easier to cast. Like I said, we are in the best colors for removal, so this area is very flexible. There are a lot of cards that you can put in instead of these, and I recommend experimenting to see what works best. For the tribal aspect, we have Adaptive Automaton and Metallic Mimic in the creature slots. Herald's Horn and Vanquisher's Banner end up being the best tribal artifacts that we can run, although there are always more options that we can go with. These two go nicely with the theme of card advantage and being the monarch, so they're the ones I chose. For lands, we have a pretty standard assortment of lands for a 3-color deck, and these can be played with based on your budget and color needs. We will be running the 3 Pain lands, however, because of the colorless mana requirement in Eldrazi Displacer. Additionally, we have access to Bojuka Bog for Graveyard Hate, Rogue's Passage to help us become the monarch again, and High Market in case we need to sacrifice some creatures for life, later recursion, or just to make Dictate of Erebos better. Being a primarily black deck, we may as well include Urborg and Crypt of Agadeem to go big with our black mana. Since we are tribal, we get to run the 3 generic tribal lands, Cavern of Souls, Path of Ancestry, and Unclaimed Territory. These are pure value in any tribal deck. Now, this deck does have inherent weaknesses. Much like the Archers episode from a few days ago, Assassins tend to be focused on taking out creatures. If our opponents have a deck with very few creatures, our Assassins turn into overcosted creatures with essentially no abilities. At this point, we have to rely on the Monarch ability to keep us drawing extra cards, and hopefully be able to play enough creatures that we can win through combat damage. This is always the backup plan. Anyways, that has been Tribal Assassins. Let me know in the comments what other cards you think would be great for this deck. There will be a link in the description to the deck list on Tapped Out, thanks to the suggestion of many viewers in the first episode. And there you can see all the cards that I didn't mention in this video because there were many. It will also include a maybe board of cards that could easily slot into a deck like this. The great thing about Commander is that you can customize your deck however you want. This is the way I would build it, but everyone has their own way. Also, let me know what other Magic the Gathering content you'd like to see from me. Thank you so much to all the people who subscribed from the EDH subreddit and my other YouTube channels. 24 hours after posting the first video, I already had 30 subscribers. I can't thank you all enough, and I hope that you continue to enjoy my content and can watch the channel grow. If you want to help out and see the channel grow, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. As another side note, Grand Prix Portland 2017 is right around the corner when I'll be posting this video, and I will be attending on both Saturday and Sunday to do some side events. If you'd like to meet up and say hi, feel free to send me a message and we'll talk. For now, this is Mason with Mason Zero MTG, and I'll see you in the next video.